I love that, man. The boss is back and the world knows it. We are so back. Joe Biden fell asleep and checked out long time ago. Yeah, he fell asleep, fell down, checked up on out of here long time ago. You know, sprinkles, strawberry ice cream, vanilla ice cream, chocolate syrup on the floor. Yeah, but we are so back, man. You could just feel it. I think more has been done in the last month, you know, than the last 4 years. And he ain't even got inaugurated yet. I'm just saying, it just feels, the things feel different things. You see people getting in line, things are getting canceled. This is stopping. DEIs, they shut. I mean, I'm just, look, it's, hey. Hope y'all ready. And I'll tell you one thing, they're not effing around. This administration is not effing around. This second, I'm telling y'all. Oh, yeah. But let's go and check this out, man. Let me stop all this yapping and japping. Y'all hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new here. I hope everybody's having an amazing December so far. Merry Christmas. Y'all get a chance to be a blessing to somebody, help somebody, lift somebody up. Please take the opportunity, man. Please take the chance, because you never know what somebody is going through, especially after what took place these last couple years, man. And it's just crazy right now. We're living in some dark, sick times, man. So, and you never know, the little things, man. The little things go a long way. It goes a long way, man. But let's go and get into this, y'all. I love you guys, man.
Is back, and all it took was one handshake. Okay. Donald Trump giving a firm but powerful handshake to French President Emmanuel Macron while attending the Notre Dame Cathedral reopening in Paris. World leader after world leader were lining up to greet the president-elect on his first trip since the election.
He's back.
Trump meeting with Ukrainian President Zelensky and Prince William. Even the First Lady was charmed. Dr. Joe Biden appearing very friendly with President-elect Trump during.
We know who she voted for. We know who. Don't come here, y'all. We know who she voted for. Did y'all see that? They even took that viral photo of her smiling and had googly eyes with Trump, you know, and turned it into a top-selling fragrance, a top-selling perfume. And what was it? Even your enemies, even the title of it was, even your enemies can't, hold on, y'all. Y'all know I be drinking off that moonshine. Let me make sure I got this right. I don't want to say it wrong now. I don't want to say it wrong. Now, y'all don't come on here laughing at me now. I just don't want to say it wrong. A fragrance your enemies can't resist. Okay, yeah, I said it. I was going to say it right. Just want to make sure I said it right, y'all. A fragrance your enemies can't exist. Yeah. Yeah, man. What a business, man. Yeah, we are so back. Sorry, y'all. I might have been sipping on that moonshine. I might have mixed that clear and dark, you know. Not how Fannie Willis do it though. Not how they do it. Nah, we don't do it that way. Not we do it the patriotic way. Yeah, not how Nancy Pelosi and Big Fannie and all them drunk Democrats do it. No, we do it a whole different way. We do it the patriotic way. You know, we pass the moonshine around in broad daylight, not at night.
Ceremony, despite her long history of making nasty remarks about him. As for why her husband Joe Biden wasn't there, well, it seems like the old man is checked out. A Democrat close to senior lawmakers telling Politico, quote,
"Oh man, I'm not on here supposed to be laughing at that, man. Y'all, come on now, Fox. Come on now, Fox. Don't do that now. Don't do that. Y'all dead wrong playing these clips, man. But hey, it was a cheap fake, wasn't it? It was a cheap fake, a deep fake, wasn't it?" Yeah, man. And she's sitting up there smiling and looking at Trump. I thought he was the threat to democracy. I thought he was Hitler. Dictator on. I thought he. What happened, man? All I want to know is what happened. A cheap fake, a deep fake, man. Boy.
In conversations that I'm having, they don't even mention the president. It's kind of sad. It feels like Trump is president already.
Yes.
All right, Jesse, I'm going to start with you. What's with the handshake? Is it a power move?
Oh, it's a power move, all right, Judge.
What is it? What is
I've been the victim of the power move. When he grabs you, he pulls you in all of a sudden if you don't realize it. It's symbolic because it shows he's in control. And America is in control. I mean, you look at France, they're throwing up tariffs against California wine. They're not really paying their fair share of NATO. We protect them. They're suing the bejesus out of Google. It's time for America to assert a little bit of power, and it's fun to watch. I liked what he said about Prince William. He goes, he's better looking in person. Now, as someone who's been the victim of that compliment many times, it's obviously in the royal family's head now. People say that, Jesse, you look so skinny in person. Thank you? What do I look like on television? I hate when people say that, so maybe Trump had a reason for saying that. Maybe he's going to deport his brother, too. It's good that the president is demanding respect, because Biden didn't demand respect. Remember, Biden's getting lost in jungles. He's falling asleep. He's pardoning his son. They rolled out the red carpet for a sitting president. Yeah. And he might as well be the sitting president because he's dictating trade and immigration terms. He's taking meetings with CEOs and world leaders. This guy is running things, and he's not even there yet. I heard he wanted to light the White House Christmas tree, Dana.
All right, I'm going to Dana with that. You know, Dana, Biden has 42 days left, and they're pushing him to do all kinds of things like executive orders to stop Trump, give more money to Ukraine. Now we hear the FDA is going to make a move real fast to get rid of the color in candies because it's got some kind of pesticide or something in it. Should Biden help his party, or do you think he's angry and he ought to just say, well, you've been blaming me for the loss, to hell with you?
I think it's fascinating that basically it's Jesus take the wheel. There is nobody in charge. And don't take it from us.
Yeah.
Look at all of the blind quotes from Democrats quoted all throughout the media today saying, what is he doing? He's just frittering away the last 6 weeks. Yes, they're doing, one of the things they're doing that's really bad is they're shoveling out as much of that green energy project stuff as they can. And Jesse, you could do a little investigation as to who got rich out of that, because that is a huge problem. It is incredible to see how Biden ran in 2020 saying, world leaders love me, and they mock Trump behind his back. To world leaders saying, we don't even want to talk about Joe Biden. All we want to do is meet with President Trump. But they also are doing this for their own benefit, okay? Because they know there's a new sheriff in town, but in their own countries, this strain of populism and frustration with migration, especially in Western Europe, is leading governments to be toppled. And they realize that, so they're trying to get on board.
She's so right about that. I mean, a lot of these leaders obviously they realize that Trump has the power, but they also, they understand that it's probably a good thing for them in their own country. But what about Jill and Trump? So Jill, she's smiling at him. She and her husband call him Hitler forever and how horrible he was. And then Donald Trump is such a genius. He turns around and he basically says, with his new cologne, even your enemies can't resist. So he turns it into a commercial.
Right. I'm surprised he didn't say, show in the picture, have him on one of the Trump watches at the same time. But they hit it off. They seem to be charmed, and they contrasted that with the Vice President Kamala Harris, Vice President for now, but she's invisible. They seem to be an icy stare between them, and they never got along. Yeah, and I guess she still holds some resentment for the fact that everybody stabbed her husband in the back, and then she filled the void. But I'm struck by a couple of things. Number one, it's not that Trump was winning and it looks like he's going to win. He's won, so they know he's coming, and they know exactly what to expect. And I think two things are happening. Number one, they know what to expect. And number two is they were so dismissive in the beginning. Remember John Kerry in France saying, don't worry, we're going to impeach him anyway. It wasn't really an election. Vladimir Putin got him the win. So the whole world was like, who is this guy? America doesn't like him. They don't accept him. There's controversy with his victory. Now that he's left and sees who replaced him, they're saying, I miss the other guy. And a lot of his ideas were right about NATO paying the fair share, about trying to get the Abrahams going in the Middle East. And I thought it was very candid of him to say,
with Macron in his version of the Oval Office. The world's a mess right now. He's like, your government collapsed. Germany's a mess. Look at the Middle East. Bashar Assad's hanging out in Moscow with Edward Snowden. And now who's running that country? So all hell's breaking loose. And by the way, Iran's never been more vulnerable. So when Trump takes over, Trump is in an interesting spot now. It's almost like preseason. You get to plan exactly what you're going to do when you take over. So I'm finding it fascinating. And the other thing is I love is Trump's demeanor. He looks so confident but not cocky. He looks in control, taking it all in. This week, welcome Jeff Bezos to Mar-a-Lago. Everyone's coming to him. Things are coming around. They want him seeing fixing things.
Yeah, Bezos, Zuckerberg, Trudeau comes running from Canada.
I didn't like what Bezos said in that interview about the media. You know, when he was talking about the fake news term, I didn't. But we'll see what plays out with that, man. And we know how that goes.
But, we're seeing now what a real president does in terms of the time and the energy. I mean, our president goes to a G7 or a summit of some sort. He can't even show up for dinner. He's so tired. This is good. This is the beginning where we all have to get ourselves exercise to keep up.
Can I talk?
Yeah.
So, see,
do you agree with that, or you think Joe Biden was really on top of his game?
I think this is what happens when you have a new president come in from this standpoint. That for the world to see Joe Biden and President Trump have that kind of interaction,
it's good.
When the world knows the kinds of things that were said about one another by each of them, for the world to even see when Donald Trump succeeded Barack Obama with the exchanges that the two of them had, and that we have this peaceful exchange of power, I think it's just a continuation from the day when Joe Biden and Donald Trump met in the Oval Office, and it was as peaceful and as compelling a meeting as one would want in their presidents, too. I'm rooting, I hope every American is rooting for President Trump at this very moment, and we'll be able to continue rooting for him. We have a messy world. I would argue that Joe Biden, as we sit here today from 4 years ago, Ukraine is stronger, Russia is weaker, Iran is weaker because
Ukraine is stronger?
Than 4 years ago, absolutely. Than 2 years ago before they were invaded. The day they were invaded, I recall coming on this show and we thought that they would fall within 2 weeks. This is not a statement about rooting for or against anyone. I'm only saying President Trump, the world views him in a certain way. And the world views him and respects him in ways, which I think your question was trying to get at, Judge, in ways that they didn't with President Biden. Having said that, I'm rooting for him because I want the country to do well. I don't think he undermined President Biden by being in Paris. I think Mrs. Biden being there and their daughter being there was a wonderful thing. And I'm glad to hear that Prince William's better looking in person than he is there. I've had a few say that as well, Jesse. No. But the bottom line is we need allies as we try to counter North Korea and Iran and Russia and China. And there's no one that knows it better than President Trump. And I'm rooting for him in that quest.
We need.
Oh, boy. We all are, man. But it's different, man. It is. We are back, y'all. The boss is back. And the world knows it.